What up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, man. Today we are picking right back up on the Blazer. We got to get this thing sprayed today. As you guys know, in the last video we went through, we got all the body work done, we got the Blazer completely prepped, well, disassembled, prepped, body work done. This thing is masked off and it is ready to be sprayed. I'm not going to waste any time today because I want to make some big progress in this video. We really need to get this thing all the way to clear coat. So we have 3 colors that we have to put on here. We have to let those dry, and then we have to go through and do our aging patina process and then clear coat. So definitely have a lot of work ahead of us, so let's get into it. Starting off is our first color. We got to spray black on here. I got a couple of cups filled up with our paint. I'm going to be doing 2 coats of this color. Alright, we got our first color down. Now we gotta put our second color. This right here is a mixture of 2 parts just straight silver and then 1 part of the final color. Basically the color that the Blazer was before, our finishing color. I have 1 part of that in here with 2 parts of silver to get that. This is going to be, whenever we go through and sand, this is going to represent like the sun faded sections, you know, like that's what we're trying to replicate anyhow. But I got this all mixed up, and yes, as you can see, I am reusing the same cups. That's because this color does not have to be exact, so you can kind of reuse things like this. It's not going to affect it at all. If you can save on some products here and there, why not, man? All right, we're ready. Wow. What the hell? guys, now it is time for the third and final color. This is basically the same color that the Blazer was before. I matched it as close as I could. And the reason why that's really great is that's why I don't have to do the door jambs and the engine bay and everything. It's all still gonna match. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this loaded up in the gun. I am gonna be putting 3 coats of the last color on here because I do want it to be, I want it to be a nice coat. You know what I'm saying? This is metallic and I gotta get to lay out really nice. So the areas that we don't sand and make the patina look, you know, I want it to look good. We're almost done and then we get to take all this masking off and sand the shit out of it. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other 2 coats off the camera. I think I've recorded plenty enough painting in one video. Yeah. And my camera is completely covered in overspray. I gotta take it inside and wipe it all down with alcohol and a toothbrush again, you know? All right, we got all 3 colors on here. And I'm not gonna lie, bro, it actually came out pretty good. It came out really nice. I mean, the paint's got a nice look to it. It's got a nice shine to it and everything, you know? It's marvelous. Freaking beautiful. I just scratched the shit out of it. No. So now here comes the part where we got to work our magic and go over the whole thing. I'm going to be sanding it with 320 grit. Well, a combination of 320 to really kind of burn through the edges and everything, exposing those other 2 colors that we have underneath here. And then also a Scotch-Brite pad for the finer wet sanding, you know. What it's going to do is all of this metallic that's even in the large, wide open areas, it's going to give it kind of like a pattern to it. If you guys seen the video whenever we did the bumpers, you know what I'm talking about. It's this right here. So you see how it's not like consistent? It has kind of like a sun damaged look to it. And that is exactly what it is that we are going for. I would really like to get this done tonight because if I get this all sanded tonight, then I can get it into the booth first thing in the morning and get the thing clear coated. Because after we go over this whole thing, weather it or patina it, whatever it is you want to call it, we are still going to be putting a satin clear coat over it. A whole nother step, which kind of sucks because I have to completely mask the thing back off again. I just peeled it. That kind of hurts a little. Anyhow, we got a bunch of work ahead of us to get done tonight. I'm going to stop talking about it and we're going to get about it. Good Lord, man. I really should not have put this paint on here so thick. That's all right. The thicker it is, the easier it is to not make a mistake. Well, the harder it is to make a mistake, I should say. But yeah, dude, that's pretty much the look right there. Just kind of working at it. So the first color that obviously gets exposed is that silver color. And then beneath that is the black. Once you start seeing black, you kind of got to be careful because after that, well, actually after that isn't metal. The paint colors that were under this, except for up here in this section, as you guys know, we have primer and some body filler right here from that antenna hole and that dent that we repaired. But I don't know if the camera can pick this up. Oh yeah, you guys can see that. So do you see these 2 colors? Those are both the same metallic. It's the final color that we put on here, but whenever you start sanding at it, it starts to pop out like this. This is what I was talking about. It looks like sun damage, you know what I mean? And before, so you'll start to see that, and then once you get through it is when you'll get to the silver and then the black. So it's kind of like having, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4 colors on there. It's just, it adds so much detail, dude, and it gives like a genuine like sun damaged effect. Right now I'm just kind of gently going at it. I don't know how much it is I really want to pop out like this. I don't want to overdo it. I think I am going to carry a real heavy sun damage like this all the way back this main body line of the Blazer. Obviously it's going to end right here, and over here on the door I'm kind of working it up because this body line rounds and I want it to follow that round shape, you know. I don't want to get all distorted and make it look funky, because at the same time this is also going to make all the body lines kind of pop, you know, and I don't want to distort a body line visually because it'll make it look weird, you know. So this body line follows up and then it fades out. And then over here, it's kind of non-existent up here. Starts to subtly come in and then it gets stronger back here. So I want the sanding that I'm doing, the sun damage, to kind of mimic that. I want it to kind of gradually come in and get a little heavier down here, you know? For as simple as this is, there is kind of a science behind it, you know? But yeah, dude, the fender came out amazing. I might come back and add a little bit here and kind of maybe get a little bit of a heavier damage down here on this body line also. Because I think if this was a natural sun damage, I think that is an area that would probably get damaged, you know? Gotta take your time at it, dude. Don't want to go too far, but don't want to do too little. Fast forward. So I didn't record a whole lot of the sanding process. Let me tell you, it took a lot longer than what I expected. I thought I was gonna have the Blazer out front for maybe an hour, just kind of going over and doing the sanding thing. But dude, I was out there all freaking night, man. And my hands are killing me. All my fingertips, like I feel like I sanded my hands too. But anyhow, it came out really nice. You can't really see too much of the detail in it because of how, you know, just chalky the paint is. Of course, the clear coat is what's gonna make all this just freaking pop, man. So that's why I'm just trying to kind of rush through all of it, show you guys the process that I'm going through, but for the most part, just get it done so we can see the finished product, you know? There's some areas that just came out really freaking cool looking. I'm excited to see what it's gonna look like with clear coat on all of it. But for the most part, dude, it still looks like the same Blazer. It still has the same appearance. It's still basically the same color, you know? That's what I think I am mostly stoked about. I did see a comment in the last video, which by the way, a lot of the comments were very positive, and I love seeing that, dude. So I just want to say that I appreciate it. That kind of response from something like this, really, it's good for motivation, you know what I'm saying? I did see somebody comment, they said, no, I love the color of the Blazer, or the way that it looks before. It is going to basically have that same appearance, just a little cleaner, I guess you could say. Plus there's gonna be a really heavy metallic in this that you're gonna be able to see in the sun. Even though we are using satin clear and it's gonna be dull, you can still see the metallic in the sun. It still pops. It gives you that glimmer, you know? But anyhow, I'm gonna stop talking. I gotta get all the dust off of this thing. I already got the booth and everything all wet, and I still need to mix up my clear coat, because as you guys know, we're gonna be putting a little bit of black. I'm gonna be mixing a lot more clear coat than what I did last time, so I gotta try to nail it and get it right. But hell yeah, dude, we're that much closer to seeing this thing finished. I'm gonna get to it. Holy shit, that was a workout, man. I ended up doing 4 coats because at the end of the 3rd coat, I wasn't happy. I wanted to go 1 more, but dude, that was a workout. Holy shit, especially reaching that roof. Yeah, I got one coat done with the clear, and I just put the camera away and bagged it up, dude. I didn't want to have to worry about the camera. I just wanted to get this done and for it to come out right. We have a couple of hours before we can do anything with this. So I'm gonna go ahead and let it sit. Right now it is shiny as hell, boy, which it looks good, but that's not what I want. So as this dries, that shine is gonna go away and it's gonna become more of a satin. And just to let you guys know, as this stuff dries, this satin clear coat, like as it cures, it actually gets more like flatter, you know, like more of the shine goes away. So tomorrow, when this is completely dry to the touch, it's gonna have a little bit more of a shine to it than what it's going to have the next day, you know, and it'll continue doing that till it's completely cured. So yeah, in a couple of hours when this thing is dry to the touch, I'll be able to come up and actually touch it and not leave marks, you know. It's still gonna have kind of a shininess to it, but that will go away. All right, this thing is done, but it very much so needs some time to dry. Like it's kind of dry to the touch, but if you press on it, like you can definitely push some fingerprints into it. And like I had mentioned earlier in the video, it's gonna continue dulling out as it hardens or cures. So right now it still has a little bit of a shine to it, and which is gonna partially go away. Well, we have the bumpers up here. You can easily look at the bumpers and see. So these have been done for about a week now. That is basically the sheen that it's gonna dry to. So that is honestly pretty much all that I can really do today, man. I need to give this thing some time to cure, and then tomorrow I'm gonna get up first thing in the morning and we gotta reassemble this thing. I wanna freshen up the hood. I want to do a lot of things, and I really need some opinions on what color to paint the wheels, because I 100% want to get rid of the polished. Like, the back doesn't look terrible with the black face and the polished lip, but still, dude, I really don't want anything polished or chrome on the Blazer, so I'm trying to get rid of all of it. Throw it in the comments what you guys think would look good other than black, dude. I don't want to just be basic and do black, though black would look a lot nicer than this. I want to do something different. I'm kind of leaning towards the color of the control arms, man. I mean, that would fit, but I would still most certainly appreciate some opinions, because you guys always have really good ideas. Anyhow, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. Not only do I need to let this dry, but today is also Braven's birthday. So the old rughead turns 20 today. I need to clean up and get some things done before he gets off of work. So I'm probably not gonna do much else for the rest of the day. So we're gonna pick back up on this in the morning. Well, like I said, I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to throw in the comments down below what color you think we should paint the wheels, and throw a happy birthday for Rughead. Peace, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. And of course, I'm gonna give you guys a really quick walk around of the Blazer, but I'm not trying to show you guys 100%, you know, until obviously we get it all put together. That I think is what's gonna do it the most justice. I want you guys to see this thing 100%, not just, you know, half-assed done right now, because yeah, it's gonna look a lot better with the hood on it, and of course the wing and the tail lights and everything. It's gonna look a lot better complete, you know. But there is a lot of detail inside of this paint job, dude. I'm actually extremely stoked. All right, bye. Later.